possibly change and then return to its original shape. But the moon is not really changing at all. What you are seeing is the moon being lit up by the sun's rays in different ways on different days. What causes these differences? Changes in the positions of the moon and Earth. The moon's light comes from the sun. It looks different to us on different days because the moon and Earth are always moving. In the first phase of the moon, called the new moon, the giant ball of rock is not visible on Earth at all. That is because the moon is in between the sun and Earth. The far side of the moon is being lit up by the sun, but the near side is not. As the moon orbits our planet, more and more of the near side is lit up by the sun's rays. After a few days, you can see a C-shaped sliver called a crescent moon. Some people think this phase of the moon is shaped like a crescent roll. Close to 1 week after you see the new moon, the sun lights up about half of the near side of the moon. This phase is called the first quarter moon, because the moon is now 1/4, or 25%, of the way through its full cycle. A few days later, the moon will have traveled far enough in its orbit for you to see a shape that has curved humps on both sides. This phase is called the gibbous moon, because gibbous is the Latin word for humped. Around 2 weeks after you see the new moon, the sun shines directly on the near side of the moon. The entire full moon is lit up. This crescent moon appeared 5 days after the new moon. As the moon continues to orbit around Earth, the moon begins to disappear. After a few days, you will see another gibbous moon in the sky. Close to 3 weeks after you saw the new moon, the sun lights up only about half of the near side of the moon. This phase is called the last quarter moon, because the moon is now just 1/4, or 25%, away from completing its full cycle. A few days later, all but a tiny sliver of the crescent moon will have disappeared. Most of the sun's rays are now falling on the far side of the moon. In just a few more days, the moon will disappear completely. The moon has returned to its original position in its orbital path. The far side of the moon is fully lit up by the sun, but the near side is in complete darkness. The moon has cycled through its phases for years, and it will continue to do so as long as our planet and its mysterious moon exist. This stunning full moon appeared over gigantic rock formations called buttes in Monument Valley, which is located in Utah and Arizona. This last quarter moon appeared about 3 weeks after the new moon.